Hi, I'm Madeleine Harvey, and thank you for joining me today at MadeleineHarvey.com. I wanted to begin this video today by asking you a very simple question. Do you ever feel that your voice, or do you ever feel trapped inside of a voice that doesn't reveal who you really are? I'm not talking about the sound. I'm talking about how your voice feels to you. Does your voice reveal who you really are? Confident, carefree, courageous, authentic, totally alive. Do you feel that way when you sing right now? Can you easily express your thoughts and your emotions openly with the people around you? Not a lot of people can. So I wanted to take this time today and talk about the reasons why I believe this happens and give you some ideas that you can use to get in touch with your most authentic voice. Because it's my opinion that about 97% of people feel just trapped inside of a voice that they feel doesn't communicate who they are. They can feel that their most authentic, most amazing voice is in there somewhere because they can feel the potential of it, but they may have a little bit of trouble expressing it. So I believe that there are three kind of psychological mindsets that cause this. Number one is overcompensation. Number two is hesitation. And number three is delusion. Now, I have extensive experience in all three of these mindsets. So I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on why each of these happen, a little bit about myself, and just again, give you some things that you can do to kind of counter this if you're noticing it's happening to you. So let's start with overcompensation. And this one is really big right now. A lot of singers think that if they're going to be celebrated as a singer, they've got to push their voices way into the stratosphere. They just define good singing equals sheer volume. And they may even mimic a lot of artists who are known for singing in this way. And honestly, you can't blame them. I mean, there's a lot of artists doing that on TV right now in the competition shows, and there's a lot of people to hit the spotlight within the past couple of years have been known to sing in this way. It's just the problem with it vocally is that the voice gets so accustomed to that push that it can't really make more refined, varied coordinations. So it's like, telling a story at the same intense dynamic level the entire time. It's really boring for the audience. I mean, there's only so much of that they can take before they're secretly wanting to slip away for a cocktail or a bathroom break. Audiences don't want to be sung at. They want to be engaged with. So again, I was just like you with that thinking as well. And I was thinking there was so much glory in belting, and I'm going to sing really loud and I'm going to be heard. And I was, and I did, except for, my husband said to me one time with love, he said, "Ugh, okay, I get it. You can sing." And that allowed a light bulb to go off in my head at, okay, maybe there's a time to be loud and dynamic, and there's a time to make different choices. So if you feel like overcompensation is a tendency for you, one thing that you're going to want to play with is dynamics. See if you can tell your story with intensity of emotion, but without getting loud. Just see what happens with that. Also play with phrasing, articulation. You can also change up rhythms to draw a point, to make a point, or to create importance in the story. But see if you can play with those elements of storytelling. It's going to be so delicious for your audience because they're going to stay engaged because they don't know what you're going to do next. So that's something to think about. The next one is hesitation, which is also really big. It's primarily really big in adults right now. And this comes from a place of people wanting to sing and having something to say. It's just maybe they fear being criticized or being beaten down if they were to truly allow themselves to sing. If you feel like this is you. Maybe you didn't get the response from people or your friends the last time you sang, or maybe you had a bad experience. So now you just associate pain and intense levels of humiliation to expression or to standing up in front of people. And you can probably imagine what this does for the voice. It causes this kind of draw inward level of tension within the body, because the body is trying to keep the sound inside. The body believes that it is not safe to express itself fully, so it's trying to keep the sound inside. If you feel like this is you, the best thing that you can do is yodel. I'm serious. Sabotage your sound. Go for the ugliest, craziest, most nonsensical sound you can possibly think of. The idea there is you want to play without expectations. We've got to reframe the body so that way it gets accustomed to the feelings of joy and fun at the release of the voice rather than fear and humiliation. And this way, when you're playing with your voice, you're kind of leaving some space for your own authentic sound to come through. And that willingness is the key. That willingness is going to allow the voice just to be fully expressed from the body. So that is hesitation. Let's talk now about delusion. And this one is really tricky because I'm sure it happens to every single one of us. All of us at some point or another. Have you ever felt like that you sounded really good and you were singing and the song and the sound were just in sync? So you were thinking, I can do this. And then you record yourself. And then when you go to listen to playback, this red hot kind of disappointment washes over you. That kind of tone shock can be really devastating. Like, I don't have enough fingers or toes to count how many times I have literally run out of the room during a playback, so embarrassed that I even allowed myself to think that that was good. But this is really dangerous territory, this moment, because this is the moment where mistrust is going to happen. You're either going to say, oh my God, I suck and I should never do that again, or oh my God, I don't like my sound, so I need to manipulate my sound to sound good because I want to be seen as a good singer. Don't fall for it, and don't punish yourself if this happens to you. Just take a deep breath, shrug it off, let go of that need to impress, and get back to the basics. What is singing all about? Communication. So get back into that story. Amp up your energy. What's your intent? Express your story. Oftentimes, that very thing is what's missing when we obsess about our sound. And the sound itself is not interesting enough to carry an entire song. So get back to basics, simplify, have a point of view, and express it, okay? But overall, in order to explore all that you can be with your sound and to find your most authentic voice, the best thing that you can do is let go. It's going to be hard, but let go of all your expectations, okay? Release all that junk about what you feel you have to be in order to be a really good singer. It's just junk, and it's keeping your own voice from coming out and being heard. Okay? Play without expectations. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Be willing to just allow what comes through to be good enough. When you find that sheer joy, it's amazing joy of just being yourself as an audience member, it's so addicting. It's so beautiful. We want to hear singers who are happy with who they are and have an easy time expressing their emotions. And when you find that, every choice that you make is going to come from that place. And I can't wait to hear what that sounds like, honestly. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like, you can check back for more videos. And if you'd like to send me a topic or send me a question that you want me to address in a video, please feel free to send me an email at madeleineharvey.com. Thank you so much for watching today, and I can't wait to hear you sing.